Hi, I'm Bersercules, the Berserk Herc, and today I'll be reviewing Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, number 41, Story 1, called The Human Octopus, where we see that Jimmy has now grown 4 new arms, giving him 8 limbs and enough in common to relate him to an octopus. If he was big like me, he'd be the human squid. You'd have to be a dork to get that one. So the story opens with a splash page showing Superman walking into Jimmy's kitchen and reacting to what he's seeing. Great Scott, Jimmy, you've suddenly grown 6 arms. What'll you do now? Grew 6 arms. But he has 6 arms. Was he armless before? Super math! And since the splash page is never part of the story starts off as Superman, returning from space, shows up at Jimmy's apartment with an armful of random souvenirs he found in outer space. Did you not learn your lesson from that space jewel fiasco last issue? Jeepers! Superwits! So, another day, another story of Soup giving Jimmy space garbage. Feast your eyes on your next scoop. These souvenirs I brought back from outer space. Wow! Sounds like an awesome scoop! Fuck crime and corruption! I can see the headlines now! A rock from Mars, a plant from Roxnon, and a statue from Omogumo Land! Wow! Pulitzer, here Jimmy comes! No, seriously, this will make a better headline than Titano larger than Gigantosaur! Hey, did you see the paper? No, I haven't. Did Bill 34 pass? Oh, I don't know, but look at this story of all this cool space stuff Soup found! Holy cow! This is awesome! What was Bill 34? Huh? Oh, something about freedom. Holy cow, look at that! A green tree from Jupiter? Ooh, green tree! I've mounted each object with an inscription. After you write your exclusive story about the souvenirs, add them to your trophy collection. Wait, you mounted them all too? Wait, and inscribed them? Wait, and they're all interesting enough to have stories written about them? And wait, Jimmy has a whole collection of stuff like this? What the fuck? I don't know what to make fun of. That line's just too hard to take. There's so much to say about it. I need to sit down. Wow! Some people just love collecting other people's crap. So Jimmy has a huge collection of Superman stuff? Jeepers! How much of it is deadly? Does he try to impress girls with it? Does he have Superman's bronze baby shoes? Should I be giving people my Berserk Herc stuff? Does anyone want my crap book props? Gosh, Superman, this is great! Thanks for thinking about me! So, they both think about each other often? It's sad they live in a time where they can't be open about their feelings. So Soup leaves and Jimmy gets to writing up the stories about the souvenirs. Hey, that one looks like the thing that turned you invisible last issue. Anyway, Jimmy gets to writing up the stories about the souvenirs, I guess based solely on the inscription Superman provided. Great journalism. And as Soup shows up shortly with Perry, they find that Jimmy has accidentally taken a bite of some space fruit Superman brought back. For Pete's sakes, Jimmy, you're eating the space fruit I brought back. Wow! What if that fruit was poisonous to humans? That could have killed Jimmy! Rest in peace, Jimmy. He ate space fruit. And how is it space fruit? Is it from another planet or a moon? Or is it from actual space? Like, actually from the void of space? Jimmy Olsen, you fool! Just eating something without looking? That's dumb! What? I know I'm eating a shoe. Perry then asks Soup if it could endanger Jimmy, as Jimmy looks uninterested in the conversation. Die? What do I care? I'll just call Superman on my signal watch. And Superman replies that since the fruit comes from a planet where everyone has 6 arms, it might make Jimmy grow extra arms. 'Cause that's how that works. Insects eat shit, so if I eat shit, will I grow new limbs and an exoskeleton? Whales have fins and eat lots of fish that have fins. So if I eat fish, am I gonna grow fins? Birds eat seeds. If I eat seeds, will I grow wings? Someone try it and let me know. That number again is 19000 fake number. Aw, Superman's kidding, Perry. That fruit won't even hand me indigestion. I don't know, Jimmy. You might want to review things that have happened to you before. See, I can make lame puns too. Ah, Superman's kidding, Perry. That fruit won't even hand me indigestion. I'm not so sure, Jimmy. Superman doesn't pull jokes. But he does do weird things for schemes and not tell anyone about them. So later that night, as Jimmy watches TV in his trophy room, hey, he has his souvenirs on a shelf in the background, including the space fruit he took a bite of. Aren't you afraid it will go moldy? And what kind of loser keeps stuff on a shelf? Lame. If that strange fruit gives me extra arms, I'll look at that octopus on the TV screen. But such a fantastic thing can't happen. Yeah, it's too weird. It couldn't actually happen. Here's a list of things that have already happened to Jimmy at this point. He got blasted by a space jewel Superman brought back from outer space and got turned invisible, jumped in a pool in some cave and became invulnerable, went to a lost valley and lived with cavemen and ran from dinosaurs, drank prop medicine that turned him into Elastic Lad and allowed him to stretch like Mr. Fantastic, took a pill that made him so hungry he ate everything he could, including a giant donut, plants, dog food, and $100,000 in cash, and got stuck in a rocket ship and blasted off to another planet where he gained superpowers and became a superhero. So not only is it not too weird to happen, but it would actually be one of the more tame things that has happened to you. So seriously, Jimmy, don't doubt it. That's silly. So, of course, the next morning, Jimmy wakes up and has 6 arms. And just like when Jimmy turned invisible, and then I did too, I've now grown 4 new arms. Go figure! I now have 6 arms. Yeah, the other 2 grew out of my right leg for some reason. Go figure. Holy cats! Gasp! My arms! I've got 6 of them! Holy cats! Holy leopard dolphin! That's a weird saying! So with Olsen 4 arms bigger, he sets about getting used to it by practicing his push-ups and getting ready for work. Practice makes perfect! Then we see him combing his hair while getting ready to brush his teeth and opening lotion. Then we see him as he makes himself breakfast and eats it. Wow! The arms can do multiple things? Now this is living. This whole daily ritual of a man with 6 arms bit is fantastic. Who wants action and adventure when we can see the inner workings of a guy with 6 arms? Cool! Making breakfast? Holy shit! And now he's eating it? Fucking A! This is super fantastic! But it turns out not everything is great for a man with 6 arms, because at work, as Jimmy works 3 times faster typing up his story, is his brain able to focus on 3 times the amount of stuff? Anyway, as he types up his story 3 times as fast, the union representative demands that Jimmy gets 3 times the salary or be fired, causing Perry to fire Jimmy. What? How do you know he was working 3 times as fast? Did he time him? And if it's going to cost him his job, can't he just do the work of one guy? What the fuck? Is this some kind of anti-union propaganda comic trying to make unions look bad by making them look as dumb as possible? What the fuck? I have no choice, Jimmy. I must fire you. But why not contact Superman? Maybe he can help you get rid of your surplus arms. Then I can rehire you. Seriously? Can he not just work at normal speed? How hard is that? Is this the only challenge they could find to fuck with Jimmy, having 6 arms? What the fuck? Later, as Jimmy walks the streets of Metropolis, he comes across a middleweight champ named Rocky, looking to fight anyone under 150 pounds. And a boxer named Rocky? Gee, how cliché! Oh wait, this comic predates the Rocky movies. Jimmy enters and beats him with his extra arms, but is then disqualified because his extra arms made him over 150 pounds. So Jimmy then goes for a drive to the outskirts of town to keep a date with Lucy, only to be run off the road by people who think he's a Martian. He might be a Martian. Let's get away from him. People, even if he is a Martian, that doesn't mean he's evil and you should run him off the road or treat him like shit. Remember, you guys live in a world constantly saved by an alien from Krypton. Jeepers, does seeing a man with 6 arms just make you retarded? What the fuck? So he ends up walking to the carnival where he's to meet up with Lucy, but can't find her, and since he's drawing a crowd, watch out Jimmy, they might try to lynch you. Anyway, since he's drawing a crowd, he decides to do things to draw a bigger crowd, in the hopes that Lucy will see the crowd and go investigate. Because nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd. So now he's looking for Lucy by attracting a crowd around him, so he'll be able to see her? Through the crowd? What? And what does he do to draw a crowd? Wow! He's shooting with 6 guns? And batting with 3 bats? This is epic! Coolest shit ever! Awesome to the power of 6! I hope Lucy's watching. Nobody in the world but Superman can match this stunt. She'll be proud of me. Seriously? How's that gonna impress her? I'm sure anyone with 6 arms could do that. And if she's so proud that you'd be one of 2 people who could do it, is she also proud of the fact you're the only person in the world that can call Superman with a signal watch? I hope Lucy's watching. Nobody in the world but Superman can match this stunt. She'll be proud of me. Totally! Lucy would totally be proud that her off-and-on boyfriend is able to hit 3 balls with 3 bats at the same time with his 6 arms. You're the super coolest guy ever! He's got great accuracy with his 6 arms, so his mind can focus on 6 arms easily? Did he get made smarter? Lucy finally finds him, and seeing that he has 6 arms, she dumps him immediately. Is Lucy finally tired of living a lie by dating men? Is she going back to her sister girlfriend, Lois? And just when Jimmy thinks things can't get worse, 2 thugs force him at gunpoint to do a super pickpocket job for them. A super pickpocket job? Now criminals are using super in their sentences? Super shit! So they get him to use all 6 hands to pick pockets. Dudes, you got guns. Use them to rob people. You'll make more money that way. Seriously? These are the drawbacks to having 6 arms? You get fired from your job for working too fast? And crooks will make you rob people? And how is that logical? Why would you want someone with 6 arms to pickpocket people? Isn't stealth required? And then Jimmy screws up the pickpocketing and gets caught. Wow, so he's not absolutely proficient with his new arms? Good. And as he's arrested, he says, "Wait, you don't understand. I was forced to do it. 2 men said they'd shoot me." Jimmy, committing a crime under duress is still committing a crime! So down at the police station, as Jimmy is fingerprinted, Soup shows up with the real crooks and exonerates Jimmy. All you need is friends in high places. Here, book the real thieves. I'm not pretending they're thieves. These are the legitimate guys. You can trust me implicitly because I am Superman. Soup could just make up stuff and have innocent people arrested, couldn't he? Don't piss off Superman. Jimmy then tells Soup he no longer wants 6 arms and asks him for his help. Later, at a laboratory, as Jimmy watches Superman at work, "Well, Jimmy, I've done a million experiments on the space fruit, and I think this time my chemical super calculations have figured out the antidote." Super calculations? 2 plus 2 equals 5! Here, drink this. Seconds after, as Jimmy drains the glass, the extra arms are gone. Maybe you never had them, Jimmy. If you'd read the inscription, you'd have noted that eating the space fruit sometimes induces strange hallucinations. Maybe those extra arms existed only in your imagination. Wait, what? Maybe you never had them, Jimmy. If you'd read the inscription, you'd have noted that eating the space fruit sometimes induces strange hallucinations. Maybe those extra arms only existed in your imagination. Maybe they only existed in his imagination? Soup, don't you know? Can't you tell if it was an imagination or not? Aren't you there? Did you eat the fruit too? What the fuck? Did I even review this comic? Am I me? What's going on? Am I just a hobo living in a cardboard box? Or did Soup just date rape Jimmy? Leslie, am I crazy? Are you here?
I don't know. Where's here?
Good point. So that's it. It's now the end.
Ah, that was fun rapey time.